Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome back to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. We're going to continue our conversation with Robert Rush III. Just before the commercial break, you were just reminding us that, your delivery service starts with care. And I love that because, oftentimes people who are unhoused, who are living on the streets, they might feel like nobody cares for them again. One thing that you also reminded me is that when you treat these people, you're saying that you're not just treating the person, you're treating someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's mother, someone's grandpa, right? As I say that, my family's, meaning my own siblings, struggles with mental health and also with substance abuse. But, the substance abuse for me, it felt like it came because of the untreated mental health. Where I go to my psychiatrist or my doctor for my medication when I have anxiety or depression or ADHD, a lot of times my brothers don't have that education or that knowledge or the resources to access those services. So when I see my brothers getting incarcerated, when I see my brothers being homeless or losing their teeth, it's not that we don't care, because as parents or as families, sometimes we don't know how to help anymore. So I'm glad that there are programs like yours that helps my family personally and helps my relatives who do go through a lot of mental health crisis, but they don't know what to do anymore. So I think a lot of times within the API community or the Asian community, when we have mental health problems or when we have, drug abuse related mental health crises or even gambling addiction, a lot of people don't see that as mental health. They see it as a lifestyle choice.
Yes.
And the reason I started bringing that up with you, Robert, is that recently I read someone's post on Facebook, on social media, and it started with, there's a body in the shopping center, in the bushes, but they weren't very sensitive, and they made it sound like that person chose that life. They made the assumption that that person did drugs, and it was sad to me to read that post. And I think that's why for me, I was so excited for this interview today, because I want to remind the people who are watching today, and especially if that person is watching, that person wasn't just a homeless person. It's that's someone's brother. It's someone's father. It's someone's uncle, right? And I think that's one thing I hope that the community takes from this conversation today, that they are still loved. It's just that the loved ones like us sometimes don't know how to help anymore. And that's where you come in.
We often say that addiction is pain management. And so our programs that we do, we do it from a trauma-informed lens. And so with trauma-informed care, it takes the attention off of the issue.
So you're saying it's pain management.
Yes.
So these people are struggling.
Absolutely. So when a person has addiction, you understand that there's an underlying pain that's connected to it. But from a trauma-informed perspective, you don't ask the question of what's wrong with you. A lot of times family members, we say, what's wrong with Joe? What's wrong with Billy? What's wrong with Susan? But from a trauma-informed lens, our particular stance is what happened to you. And so when you understand that there's something that, if a person is choosing process addiction, being gambling or food, overeating, etc. Or if a person have normal narcotic addiction or alcohol addiction, typically that is an indicator of pain. There's something that has happened that's caused a brokenness, a disconnection. And so our responsibility is to help individuals with reconnection, and that's true life recovery beyond just.
I mean, you're teaching me so much right now, and I'm trying to absorb everything that I'm learning, and I'm so excited because you're telling us that your job is to help people reconnect back to maybe their family, to their society, even reconnecting to themselves, because they lose that part of it. I'm going to try to recap all that.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I think I can hear the passion and the love in what that you do. And I mean, most of all, I hear the care.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you for being here and being so open about sharing your journey and your service. And I mean, I almost feel like it's your it's your gospel. You're preaching to the choir. Hôm nay Julie có thời gian nói chuyện với anh Robert Rush. Anh Robert Rush là một người senior director của Hope the Valley. Nếu quý vị muốn giúp cho Hope the Valley để cho giúp nhiều người không có nhà hoặc mấy người vô gia cư, một lần nữa website là www.hopethevalley.org. And then chừng nào quý vị muốn liên lạc, số điện thoại là 818-392-0020. Giống như bữa nay anh Robert nói đó là chừng nào quý vị muốn giúp mấy cái non-profit organization cho giúp mấy người đây, mình có thể lên website, có thể không Hope the Mission không có khả năng giúp hết trong quận cam của mình ha, Orange County hay Southern California, mà ảnh nói đó là chừng nào quý vị muốn giúp giúp cái hội nào đó thì mình tìm cái hội nào trong quận cam của mình tới, mình donate, mình volunteer ha, mình giúp cho có rất nhiều cách giúp. Hôm nay Julie học rất nhiều cái chữ. Bữa nay anh Robert nhắc mình là cái người nào mà có thể bị substance abuse, là bị drug addiction, là có thể là họ là pain management, họ có cái đau khổ về cái khó khăn gì, chứ không phải là họ chọn cái program đó. Thêm nữa thì anh Robert nói đó là có một cái chương trình nó kêu bằng là crisis management.
Crisis intervention.
Yeah, crisis intervention. Lúc mà họ làm crisis intervention là cái gì mà cái người đó cần khó khăn nhất á, thì họ giúp trước. Mà thiệt ra lúc mà họ giúp á, họ chấp nhận là cái đây là cái khó khăn cho họ, là what happened to you, chứ không phải là cái gì họ chọn. So I think that's really important that, when we talk to our audience is reminding them that, when you're going from that different mindset and approach of treatment and services, that you're going from a trauma-based treatment program and seeing what happened to them instead of saying, oh, it's a lifestyle choice. It's something that they can control. And it's easier said than done, So what is it that you would like, what message would you like to tell our audience today as they're watching and saying, oh, that's just another homeless person?
Oh, well, no, I think that we have to, as we said earlier, we have to make sure that we humanize individuals. Yes. And always remember when you go on the street and you see someone that's experiencing homelessness, always think in your heart about that person being a person. But at the same time, keep in your mind that during this time and beyond, we have to connect with services and that we need more services. We need more people. We need more services in our community to deal with this issue. It's a serious issue in this area, and we have to be more intentional and more concerned and about the work for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Robert, for reminding us to be more intentional in our actions and be more deliberate when we reach out to these families or these individuals who are out there. Quý vị thấy đó là hôm nay Julie muốn hỏi đó là lúc mà mình thấy cái người homeless, mình không có ngừng chiếc xe mà mình làm sao mình cũng vẫn giúp đó, là anh Robert nói đó là trước nhất mình phải show cái care, là mình cũng quan tâm là cái đó là một cái con người mà thiệt ra giống như Robert nói đó là đây là cái anh ha, em ha, chị ha, cậu bác chú của một người, không phải là họ không có thương cái người đó nữa, mà họ không có cách làm sao giúp. So hy vọng Hope the Mission làm cái mẫu cho quận cam của mình với rất nhiều người, để cho mình có nhiều cái idea, để cho mình nói chuyện với cái người elected official của mình để cho giúp thêm. Sau phần quảng cáo, chúng tôi sẽ tiếp tục nói chuyện với anh Robert Rush và Hope the Mission. Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV.